Morning children, welcome back to another session of English. So yes children, today we are going to start with the revision of your poem, which is poem number 11, One World, written by Sardar Hashmi. So yes children, make sure you are going to sit with the notebook and pen for the revision. Now as we know children, this particular poem was written by the poet Sardar Hashmi, and he was born in the year 1954 and he died in the year 1989. So you can look at his picture. Well, as we know, he was a playwright and director. He was best known for his Work Street Theatre in India. He was a founding member of Jananatya Manch, which is People's Theatre Front, Janam for short, in 1973, which grew out of the Indian People's Theatre Association, which is also called as IPTA. And he was highly respected for his socially conscious drama that championed the causes of the exploited working classes. So yes children, now we know something about the poet, so let's do the revision of the poem and let's understand what is the central idea of the poem. So yes children, we know the central idea of the poem. Now as the poet says, he presents his views on the follies of vanity and the transience of worldly objects and achievements. That means he wants to give us an idea that there are few people who have achieved so many things in the life, okay, and still due to that reason they are really feeling proud of themselves, okay. So a lot of pride is there in them, and the intention. So yes, let's go through the value points of the poem. As we know children, this poem is about great Mughal Emperor Akbar, and over here it tells us that he was having all the luxuries and power in the world, and he always used to believe that he was wiser than anyone else. Now according to him, he had seen all that there was to see. He has done all that there was to do. He owned all that there was to own and know all there was to know. And that's the reason he was very much proud about what he was having. So his wise minister Birbal thought that yes, there is a turn of character in his king. So he thought that let us come up with a remedy and just see how he can change his character. Yes, so as we know children, on a walk in the ground of his Fatehpur Sikri palace, Akbar tripped over a raggedy sadhu reposing. So yes, as we have already been through the poem, we know that King Akbar was strolling one day through his palace ground and he tripped over a sadhu, and he told sadhu to get up from that place and he's not supposed to use that place as his bed. However, the sadhu remained calm throughout his interaction with Akbar, and he did not pay salute to him or pay any formal salutation as well. He dared to counter question the king and he addressed him as Akbar Bhai. So that means sadhu didn't pay, good respect, gave good respect to King Akbar. Now as we know children, further in the conversation, King Akbar keeps on interacting with Birbal and keeps talking a lot about his achievements in his life. Now as we know, King Birbal just speaks about that all these things are basically going to remain with us only for a short period of time. So none of them could hold on to it forever, neither will be. He also explains that mortal life is just a traveler's inn. Now what do you mean by inn children? Inn means a temporary place of rest. So no one lives there forever. Similarly, everyone who is born into the world stays here a while and then moves on as death arrives. So even the greatest of the king are not exempt from this reality. And what is the reality? That yes, one day we all need to go from this place. So this is why the sadhu says all the you can say explanation. He also gave the explanation that about the mortal life. Now, pride is worldly achievement and it is foolish because it is always temporary. So, yes, Birbal also told King Akbar that this particular achievement is only for a short period of time. It's not going to remain with you forever. So, yes, later, as Akbar is dumbfounded, realization dawning on him gradually, the Sadhu reveals his disguise. So, yes, later he comes to know that he is none other than Birbal, of course. Now, he pays a lot of gratitude for teaching him yet another important life lesson. So, yes, children, this was a very short and sweet poem. And yes, this is a really amazing poem which is teaching us a wonderful lesson. So, yes, children, let's quickly go through the synonyms. Hearth, that's the area of the floor ground, a fireplace in a house. Next, cymbals. It's a musical instrument in the form of a thin round metal plate which is played by hitting two of them together. Bug, it means illness. Gab means to talk continuously about things that are unimportant. Minaret, a tall thin tower on a mosque. Pursed, that's brought lips together tightly into a small circle, especially to show disapproval or any kind of a doubt. Now, for reference, your teacher has framed two sentences from the given synonyms. The remaining ones, I request you all to please make your own sentence. Okay, the first sentence is from Gab. Let's frame a sentence something like the chatty sisters loved to gab about old times when they talked over coffee. Pursed, she pursed her lips without responding. So yes, children, as I told you, I'm requesting you to please go through remaining synonyms and make your own sentences. Now let us quickly go through the reference to the context and question answer. So now children, let's do one reference to the context. These lines are taken from the poem. Now the line says, he saw the bug his king had caught. He was sharp, not one to miss. Pride it was, he knew for sure, that made the Badshah speak like this. So yeah, the question is, who is he in these lines? Yes, we are talking about Birbal, so he is Birbal in this line. What bug is he talking about? Yes, the bug is Akbar's vanity. Now over here, children, bug means illness and vanity over here means feeling pride about achievements. And what was the bug all about? It was about Akbar's vanity. Now what reason does he give for the king speaking like this? Yes, Birbal reasons that Akbar has been afflicted by pride and arrogance. So yes, children, let's go ahead with one question answer. What was the key of life that Akbar discovered? Yes, what was the key of life that Akbar discovered? So let's check the answer. The key of life Akbar discovered was that bounties of human life for all to share and for none to own. Yes, I repeat, the key of life Akbar discovered was that bounties of human life for all to share and for none to own. So yes, students, this was a very short revision of poem 11 and the name was One World, written by Shavdar Hashmi. So make sure you're going to go through all the question answers and reference to the context, and please make sure you're going to read each and every stanza of the poem. See you again soon in the next session.